This is Mark Laughlin speaking for the Ambidextrous Gunfighter. For a long time, my favorite holster has been like a minimalist holster by Desante. They're slim tuck. And terrific holster. Here's one I've got for the Hellcat RDB or RDP. And terrific holster, very minimalist design, lightweight, doesn't take up a lot of room inside your waistband. Got something new to test today, which is the WarCat holster. These are manufactured in Idaho. It's kind of interesting, it's kind of cool, you know, here in Wyoming that we can actually get holsters from kind of a neighboring state, Idaho. Very similar culture. The Desante Slim Tuck come from Amityville, New York. Sorry guys, you guys are behind enemy lines. And Amityville? Isn't that a horror show or something? Anyway, the really cool feature on the WarCat holsters, like right off the bat you notice, is the cover for a RDS, for your red dot sight. So it provides some protection for that. I kind of hoped maybe by having that cover there, it would like maybe with these auto dimming red dots, I thought maybe it would like auto dim it down to where it would use less power, but it doesn't do that. But it does provide protection, you know, against damage and stuff. Of course, with it holstered straight up and down, you're still going to get, you know, rain and snow and tend to get dirt and debris on the inside of the optic. But a nice little cover there, nice good start there to protect your red dot while it's holstered. Now this is the inside the waistband version, basically the same thing. And one thing, it provides a really good coverage of the trigger, and as does the Desante, but really excellent coverage of the trigger. The WarCat does provide good coverage of your safety switch if you have, you know, if you're running a pistol that has a safety on it. And one thing I think would be cool, at least I think it was kind of cool, what I did with my do-it-yourself holster here for the Kel-Tec P17, is I actually molded the Kydex so that the safety selector, when it's on safe, goes into the holster. It's basically the Kydex is pressed around it so that the safety switch cannot be disengaged. I kind of thought that was a cool idea. Of course, for people who maybe have a safety on it but don't want to use it, then maybe that's not such a good idea. The fit and finish is just exceptional. Very smooth edges, and they do a different manufacturing process than your typical Kydex holsters. They have some kind of polymer press, which because these aren't Kydex, they're some kind of a polymer, and very rugged, durable, and the press is like 2,400 pounds, which is far in excess of what my little homemade do-it-yourself Kydex press does. The I like how it's got nice, you know, right up there in the end at the muzzle, very nice trimmed there, fits nicely around it. And then also the hardware is very flush fitting. That's a very nice feature there. Whereas the Desante hardware, you know, it's up a bit of a lump there, sticks up a bit, and then on this side, of course, you got this, you know, kind of a trim piece there where you screw, so it, you know, protrudes a bit. Now, I like holsters, like I say, I like a minimalist design. I don't like a lot of junk in my pants, at least no extra junk in my pants. And both of these holsters do that very well. Now, one thing the Slim Tuck does, and it's part of the name Slim Tuck, is that it allows you to, when you're wearing it inside the waistband, to actually tuck your shirt behind the hanger here. And so that's, if you need to do this in an office environment, the Slim Tuck's probably going to be your better bet for that. With the type of belt hanger they have on the WarCat, you're not going to be able to, you know, tuck your shirt in behind that. So that's one of the advantages of the Desante over the WarCat. Now the width of the Desante is 1.255 inches versus the width of the WarCat at its widest port is 1.285 inches, but then it tapers down to 1.1 inches. So while this is a little bit, tiny bit thicker, it's just, I mean, it's in the hundredths of an inch thicker. At the top end of the, where your belt would ride over it, and then see it's got that angle where it angles down. So that's will tend to want to cant your pistol in towards, canted into your hips, into your stomach a little more than this one, which is more, you know, it's just standard, just smooth all the way across there. And the WarCat does include a wedge that you can put there to even push it in further, and also they have a mounting hole here where they've got a claw. They include a claw, and you can mount a claw there to push that the heel of your pistol grip into you better. This, you know, just a slim minimalist holster. I don't feel like I have to go to that extra effort to prevent it from printing, at least especially where I live. Now, one thing I really like about the WarCat, this is a big advantage, is its protection of your mag release button. And if you've seen a lot of my gun videos, you know I'm a very big fan of the paddle magazine release, because that's, you know, prevents accidental disengagement of your magazine. But with this, what they've done is they've actually, it's a very subtle thing, they've actually elevated the polymer here to where it's up a little bit above where the mag is, and that, you know, in a way kind of shields the magazine from accidental disengagement. Whereas the Slim Tuck and the Hellcat has a really nice and probably the best magazine release of all these micro 9s. You know, almost as good as a paddle magazine release. But the Slim Tuck, you know, the holster remains very snug against the body of the pistol, and so it's not elevated a little bit to provide some additional protection of the mag release. Because you know, you don't want an accidental disengagement in your magazine. Means that when it comes time that you need the firearm, however many rounds you have the chamber, that's how many rounds you have to deal with the problem. The Slim Tuck does allow a lot of adjustability with its belt hanger. It's on this kind of little geared thing there, that single point mount. This can actually rotate around quite a bit, which is kind of a nice feature. I actually, with my Slim Tucks, I usually remove all that hardware and mount this belt hanger right down against the holster. I just, like, again, reducing the amount of bulk inside my pants. The WarCat doesn't have quite the precise amount of adjustment, but it does, you have that where you can cant. I've got this one set up canting, and it's just right. I love that position there where it puts basically the beaver tail and just kind of angles where it fits right around my waistline. Something else I like about the WarCat, and it's a very minor little thing, but it actually is embossed in the holster, inside the holster here, what this holster is for. And I don't know, if you only have one pistol, I guess it's no big deal, but when you end up with a lot of pistols, especially when they're all micro 9s and stuff, you end up trying to guess which holster fits what when they're sitting in the drawer and stuff. So I really like, it's just a nice little touch from the WarCat. Now, the reason I like these holsters, Desante and WarCat, is, like I said, the minimalist design, but it makes it so easy to don these pistols. It's just, you know, pry that open, tuck it into your belt line, and you're good to go. Very fast to put on, very quick to take off. And with the micro 9s, I think these are just freaking awesome. The price on the WarCat is unbelievable. I won't include the price here because it depends on how old the video is, the price may change, but right now I know they've got an introductory price that's just unbelievable. Definitely want to check out WarCat. It's WarCat, WARCAT.com. The weight difference between these two is just absolutely minimal. It's 4 grams different. The Desante is 4 grams heavier than the WarCat. And actually, if you take off the hardware that I don't like, this geared piece, the weight's going to be pretty much identical. Anyway, this is the outside the waistband holster from WarCat. Again, with the shroud for for the red dot, which when you see it on the website, and you probably even when seeing it on this video here, it looks like that red dot sight shroud is pretty big and obnoxious, but when you get them, it's actually pretty minimal. You can see here kind of how this doesn't protrude that much, certainly not much more than what your red dot does. So very nice. Feel like they're very durable. Feels like the plastic is much, the polymer or whatever they're using is much more durable than Kydex. And as they mentioned on their website, Kydex really wasn't meant originally to be used to make holsters. It's just kind of almost a do-it-yourself kind of thing, whereas these are more, their process of manufacturing them allows them to produce them a lot more affordably, but with more robust materials. Just to review, excellent trigger guard coverage. 2 is that lift there to provide good protection, to prevent accidental disengagement of the magazine. Then of course coverage for your red dot optic, and they are available without the red dot optic if you're not running one of those. And then just really nice, nice edges all the way around. More of a, it's almost like to me it feels like an injected molded kind of thing, or even a really good quality 3D print. I've got it for the Sig P365 series, standard 365, the X and XL, and I believe they have it for the Hellcat too, maybe. Check them out, WarCat.com. It's Mark Laughlin speaking for the Ambidextrous Gunfighter. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.